So I am like super excited that you all are here. Yay. I know it says Michael Huey, but it's his Zoom account. I probably should have actually changed my name or changed the name of it on there. So it said Lisa Huey, but that's okay. Anyways, it's 7 o'clock, so I'm gonna get started. I'm like so excited. Hopefully more people jump on. If not, that's okay too. Whoever is here is supposed to be here. So anyways, this is the Pillars of Health, Biohacking Your Health webinar. And I am so excited that you are here. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to educate you on some biohacking tips that you can begin using even today to live healthier, longer lives with mental clarity, more energy. And just for listening, I'm going to give you a free PDF to download that kind of summarizes not everything, but a lot of what I'm talking about here today, for staying to the end as my thank you. And so anyways, I know it sounds crazy. We're so used to hearing it's in my genes. And although that's important and true, I'm going to share some 3 secrets that's going to revolutionize the way you think about aging and health. My name's Lisa Huey, and I'm a retired cardiac surgical nurse, biohacker, and entrepreneur. I've been an RN for over 25 years. Primary background is, as you can see, cardiac surgical nursing. I've been a biohacker for 8 years and an entrepreneur for 2. And I've helped thousands of people just like you slow down and even reverse. Yes, I said reverse the aging process. To not only look younger, but to feel more alive, having that energy and mental clarity. So let's take things back just a tad for a moment. What exactly is aging? Glad you asked. Aging is growing older. The body's slowing down for people. Some people, aging is aches and pains. They move slower. System slowdowns and or failures. Doesn't exactly sound very fun, does it? But these 3 secrets that I'm going to end up sharing with you is going to help you understand and really realize you can slow down and reverse the aging process. And I bet you're even thinking, yeah, right, I've heard that before. It isn't real. You can't slow down, let alone reverse aging. Come on, give me a break. Girl, you're nuts. But again, you'll see. You will be surprised. You're going to be able to have more energy, look, feel great, and even sleep better. So the first secret of health is gut health. Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, said thousands of years ago, all diseases begin in the gut. Why is that important? What exactly is gut health? Our gut, current medicine is now telling us our gut, our GI system is actually being called our second brain. That's how important gut health really is. It affects everything in our bodies as well as the way we think. Did you ever, that expression, just trust your gut, go with your gut feelings? Well, there's medical proof that that is actually accurate. So an unbalanced GI microbiome causes diseases and inflammation. That microbiome are trillions of microorganisms with all the bacteria that's in our gut. Sugar, processed foods destroy the good bacteria to keep things in check and feed all the bad bacteria and yeast. Like I said, it affects the brains. Our gut health helps to regulate or not regulate our blood sugar levels, our weight, and it can either boost or hinder our immune system. So here's some gut biohacks you can begin, even today or tomorrow. A detox or a cleanse. I personally like an activated charcoal lemonade. I know it sounds gross, but it's not at all. However, there is a little warning on that. You can't take that, drink it within 3 hours of medications or other supplements. Reason being, it is actually binds to all the toxins and chemicals in our bodies and helps to deactivate, neutralize them. You know anybody who's ever overdosed on drugs? The first thing they do in the emergency room is put a tube in their nose, into their stomach, and dump charcoal in it to neutralize those effects. So that's just a little side warning. Probiotics. Probiotics are live bacteria to help reseed the good bacteria in our gut. The spores, however, do need to survive the stomach acids, and we'll get into more details on that a little bit later. And prebiotics. Prebiotics are kind of like the fertilizer to the probiotic seeds. So there's foods you can eat that are naturally prebiotic by nature, and same thing with probiotics. Artichokes, bananas, asparagus, you see the list there, whole grains, as well as, of course, supplements. Eating healthy, eating clean helps the microbiome. And managing stress is another way to help our gut, to biohack our gut health. This is a probiotic that I personally recommend. It's patented with a technology, if you see that slide there, to actually get 60% of the spores into the GI tract and survive that stomach acid. Whereas probiotics without that patented technology, only about 4% get to where they need to go. It also has an ingredient called Wellmune to help boost our immune system. The prebiotics, this is the one that I recommend and I highly, I use. And it also helps you to feel less hungry, supporting that balance for the microbiome and maintaining our blood sugar levels. And it's actually really good. This one is a blood orange and it tastes great. It also helps to promote bowel regularity as well. Second secret, our mitochondria. The mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cells. It's our energy producing physiology. Protects our DNA, signals cell reproduction, help to maintain the electrical chemical integrity of our cells. The thing is, no mitochondria, no life. Sick mitochondria, sick life. So, why is that important? Again, a loss of efficiency for our energy production, ATP for energy. Very characteristic in and of itself of aging and essentially chronic diseases. Bad mitochondria. Mitochondrial dysfunction can result in excess fatigue and neurodegenerative disorders such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. That's how important our mitochondria are. So, mitochondrial hacks, biohacks. How can we help our mitochondria, be stronger, regenerate? Well, nutrition. Intermittent fasting is a great way to boost our mitochondrial function. Anti-inflammatory diets, such as those dark blue blueberries, red, purple foods, fresh greens. HIIT exercise, high intensity interval training. It's an amazing way. It alternates the cardio with the muscle conditioning to improve our mitochondrial function. Something you can do beginning today. And then there's a protein, an NRF1 protein in our bodies that's a signaling protein. And by activating that signaling protein, it can then lead to the activation of the genes that are involved in the process of making new healthy mitochondria. And cold showers. You ever seen the polar bear club that go diving into the water in the middle of winter? It stimulates our mitochondria. Now, I'm not recommending you go do that, but what I recommend is how you take a hot bath or a hot shower and then follow it with that cold shower. Begin at 5 to 10 seconds and increase it up to 2 minutes. It stimulates our mitochondria. And here's a little trick. God's actually made our bodies so amazing that if you do it in the morning, it gives you more energy for your day. But if you do it in the evening, it actually releases melatonin to help you relax and sleep better. Don't ask me how it works, but it does. There's this NRF1 synergizer, protandem, to actually turn on that messenger to talk to our genes to improve and increase our mitochondria. Helps to enhance cellular health, boost the mitochondrial production. As you can see on the screen, it's all natural. Alpha lipoic acid, CoQ10, etc. One little bit of advice though. These ingredients in and of themselves taken separately don't have that synergistic effect. They don't act the same at all. And I'll get into a little bit more on some of these products later. The third secret, oxidative stress. It's linked to almost every disease, okay? You can see here, oxidative stress, free radical damage is linked to our heart system, our skin, kidneys, joints, etc. Everything here. So, what exactly is oxidative stress? It's the imbalance of the production of free radicals and the body's ability to counteract those negative effects by neutralizing them with our own antioxidants. Now, I'm not saying don't eat your blueberries. I'm not saying, don't eat the antioxidant-rich foods because they are good for you, but they're just not quite good enough. You want our bodies to produce our own way better. Free radical damage, oxidative stress can lead to tissue disease and cancer. No bueno. The body's defenses are decreased when you feel stressed, physically, mentally, and emotionally. So we need to have systems. We need to have, things in place to help us manage our stress levels. All right? What are some of the biohacks for oxidative stress and free radical damage? Again, I hope you're picking up a pattern here. Food, nutrition, eat anti-inflammatory foods, turmeric, garlic, the berries, broccoli, avocados, things like that are anti-inflammatory in nature. They help our bodies minimize, like I already said, some of that physical, emotional stress. Eating right, exercising, sleep. Sleeping 7.5 hours is really ideal for our bodies to replenish. NR2 activation. There's another protein messenger in our body called the NRF2 or NRF2 protein, and that pathway is to activate our body's own antioxidants, our own survival genes. You may or may not be familiar with glutathione. It's considered the mother of all antioxidants. Well, glutathione, people go and get IV injections for glutathione. That's invasive. I don't know about you, but even as a nurse, I don't like sticking needles in my arm, okay? But our body can increase its own glutathione naturally 300% in 90 to 120 days by activating that protein. And then, of course, the omegas, omega-3 and 7 to support our neuro, brain, cardiac, heart health, our immunity, and our skin. Protandim NRF2, this all natural, again, synergistic, you can see the ingredients on here, is proven to lower oxidative stress 40% in 30 days in 100% of mammals. Supports the natural cell repair, rejuvenation, and we didn't say it, the company that created it didn't say it. The National Institute on Aging says, as you can read there, it increased the median lifespan of male mice 7%. The other part of that statement actually says it delays disease and increases life. Delays disease and increases life. This particular product, actually, so is the NRF1 Synergizer, are both BSCG and NSF certified, meaning professional athletes, Olympians, can and do take these products. Little side note, decreases recovery time. The omegas that we recommend and choose, we prefer, is the Omega Plus. It has 3s and 7s. There's no omega-6s. There's no filler oils. It's extremely clean. It's actually traceable from boat to bottle. It's processed. It's a 6-hour time frame. So when you crack open a bottle of omegas and you smell that raunchy, fishy smell, they're actually already rancid. This, you open it up, you don't smell anything, and I actually chew the capsules. It tastes good. Rich in EPA, DHA, vitamin D3, helps with the absorption, helps with cell structure, etc. Sleep biohacks. This, I give credit to Dr. Michael Brees. He's known as the sleep doctor. And this guy is amazing. These are his 5 biohacks to improve memory with improved sleep. Set one set schedule for bedtime and awake time, even on the weekends. Always go to bed at the same time, but more importantly, get up at the same time. Number 2, no caffeine after 2 p.m. And if you're somebody that says, I can drink caffeine and go straight to bed, according to him and other experts, that actually shows how depleted you really are in sleep. So that's not a good thing. I know people who actually boast, well, I can have 2 cups of coffee and go to bed an hour later, 2 hours later, and I fall asleep in 30 seconds. That's actually not good. That's a warning signal to your body, you guys. His third hack is no alcohol 3 hours before bed. I don't know about you, but I kind of used to be one kind of people that likes to have a glass of wine to help me relax and then go to sleep. Again, at the cellular level, we're not doing ourselves any favors. Number 4 is no exercise 4 hours before going to bed. It releases the endorphins. Our bodies get pumped up. And number 5 was high five for the sun 15 minutes every morning, getting that natural vitamin D. So I thought his little acronym is so cool. 1 set bedtime schedule and awake schedule. 2, no caffeine after 2. 3, no alcohol 3 hours before bed. 4, no exercise 4 hours before bed. And 5, 15 minutes of the sun every day. So the pillars of health, what are they? Hopefully, like I said, you picked up on the pattern here. Proper nutrition, plenty of rest and sleep, exercise, stress management, and activation over supplementation. Now, are you thinking, I love what I've heard so far? It sounds like there might be an opportunity to make money. If yes, great, sit tight. I'll go over that next. If you're thinking, I just want these products, I want to learn more about these products. Again, sit tight, that's coming as well. But as I promised, if you're not interested in anything, that's totally okay. Take a screenshot of the next slide. Right there, it's my website. You can download the free PDF as I promised off the website, or I'm going to drop it here real quick in the chat box as well. And if you want, you can copy that link. If you want more information, there's my number, my email address. Reach out to me. I'd love to share one-on-one more information. So here we go. You hanging out? This is awesome. I love it. Oops, I can click back on here. Are you independent? Are you a problem solver? Consistent? Are you able to create action? Are you somebody who's got a huge vision for yourself, your family, the world? Are you hungry for change? You're an influencer. What about a fighter? An overcomer? Have you been through adversity? Have you been through trials? Are you brave, unstoppable, compassionate? Do you care about others? How about humane, fierce, and determined? Well then, my friend, you are a warrior. And I'm looking for a tribe of warriors who really want to be pioneering this biohacking health industry. You know, back to my story. I told you I'm a nurse. I told you I've, quote, retired. I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I just was beginning to get the traditional burnt out. I wanted a change. And I've always been the kind of person who's taken pride in my work. I always strive to do excellent in my career. My patients loved me. My bosses loved me. I always went above and beyond. And with that came financial reward. I always got the top allowed annual pay raise. But I don't know about your industry, but in nursing, there's a pay scale cap. Meaning, once you hit this particular dollar amount, you don't get a raise anymore. They're not going to compensate you for a job well done. And no disrespect, but personally that kind of, well, it stinks, but it kind of doesn't motivate people to really want to go above and beyond. Now, I'm the kind of person that I didn't go down that road, but I saw it all too often, unfortunately. So I had a choice. Cost of living continued to go up. I didn't get a pay raise in 10 years before I finally retired from nursing. Cost of living, gas prices, food prices, insurance prices, phone bills, cable, everything continued to go up. I had a decision to make. Do I want to keep trading my time to make more money, put in overtime, be away from my family even more than I already was? Or I need to find a way to make leveraged income, to have another source of income. And this came to me at a point in time where we were talking about that, my husband and I, and we were praying about it. I've always been proactive in health, just so you know. I've always been a person who, believed in medications as band-aids, so to speak, or bridges rather, to get to the core of a person's health issues. So I wanted something that was going to help people with their health without all these costly side effects. So we get introduced to this biohacking industry through nutrigenomics, nutrition's effect on food, okay? And it's indirect sales, multi-level marketing. And I'm going to kind of go through the industry a little bit for you here. Amway, Avon, Herbalife, these companies combined, Avon specifically, has been around for over 100 years. 100 years. Amway is a $9 billion industry. Avon, 6. Herbalife, 5. $5 billion industry. And on average, they pay out 40% back to the distributors, back to the person who shares the message. Okay? What sets us apart actually is we're pretty new, but we actually pay out 48% back. So there is no advertising cost, no marketing cost, etc. And when you're looking at a industry, whether it is multi-level marketing or traditional business even, you want to take a look at some key components here. And those components are timing, the products. Is it something you sell once and that's it? Is it a consumable product? Compensation. How are you going to make money? How are you going to make your money back? And then mentorship. Is there somebody who's going to help you? So let's take a closer look at timing here, okay? Ground floor, critical mass, and too late. The companies I mentioned before, Avon, Amway, they're up in that too late phase of growth. You can make a little bit of money, but you really, really got to work hard. The people that got started in that ground floor level that soared through this critical mass, they're the ones that make all the money, right? So what's ground floor in this industry? Ground floor is considered anything at or below 150,000 distributors per country. What sets us apart? This company, LifeVantage, is only at about 80,000 active distributors worldwide. So that speaks to timing. Products. The flagship product, NRF2 Protandim, I've already mentioned, decreases oxidative stress 40% in 30 days, 100% of mammals. What sets us apart is ABC. Back in 2005, primetime, John Quinones goes knocking on the door of this research and development company, and because they're hearing these claims, the flagship product was sitting on the shelves of GNC Vitamin Shop with this antioxidant label. But when they're talking about decreasing oxidative stress and how oxidative stress is related to disease, they went knocking on the door to find out what the true scoop is of the story. So I'm going to show you this video, and it's the entire video, so it is 9 minutes long, but you're going to be blown away.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript...
Oops. Oops, sorry. Ah.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig. Dr. McCord, okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist. This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
There we go.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company. They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells. But as we get older, some of those toxic radicals overwhelm our enzymes and wreak their havoc. For a long time, scientists thought that antioxidant vitamins like C and E would lower it, but they don't.
As it's turned out in just the last 5 years or so, we see that they're not good enough tools. They're not powerful enough.
But this pill, he says, is powerful enough. In fact, many times more powerful. So, doctor, how often do I take these? And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. Doesn't taste bad. It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Whether that will lead to longer life is still unknown. Experiments to see if mice live longer are about to get underway, but it's a tantalizing theory.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down. So you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
Back to the oxidative stress levels of a child? It sounds too good to be true. Will Protandim work on me? Well, perhaps. It turns out there is some other promising evidence that seems to back up Dr. McCord's findings. That evidence comes from mice that have been genetically engineered to produce more catalase, one of the enzymes that Protandim increases. The researcher, Dr. Douglas Wallace of the University of California at Irvine, says it had a remarkable effect.
We found that they lived, in fact, about 20% longer, which is about a fifth of a lifespan.
He believes that with better techniques, human lifespan can eventually be extended too.
We might be able to increase the lifespan of a mammal by 50%. And of course, if that was a human being, then that might be in the order of 130 to 150 years.
The scientific evidence is there. The pieces seem to make sense. The question is, does this translate into something that humans can take advantage of?
So just what's in this seemingly incredible pill? Well, actually, its roots are very humble. Protandim is a combination of 5 plant ingredients. Some you may know: green tea or turmeric, a spice used in Indian cooking. Others, Withania somnifera and Silybum marianum, are more exotic.
There's a huge human experience with each of these ingredients. They've been used often in traditional medicine in India and China and many other cultures, in some cases centuries and centuries.
And so, ancient Eastern healing and modern Western medicine may soon be working together. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks.
Even mental disease.
Yes.
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression.
Dr. James Crapo with the National Jewish Medical Center in Denver is also researching Protandim for the company. Are you saying that this could be a cure-all?
You're looking at something will have a small impact, but an important impact.
We make no claims about curing any disease or preventing any disease. We hope that when enough studies are done, perhaps such claims might be able to be made in the future.
Clinical studies to assess Protandim in both diabetes and heart disease should start in 3 to 4 months. But what about everyone's old nemesis, aging itself? Well, it's all about balance between the good antioxidants and those toxic free radicals.
And if we can tip that back, we may reduce some of the bad side effects of aging. Why my skin is different than that of a baby, for example. That's a very obvious part of the aging process.
Will this prevent wrinkles?
But you don't want to make false claims.
Sure.
But could it produce wrinkles? It's always possible.
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Have we turned back the clock? Well, maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed. Would you suggest I keep taking this supplement?
I would. I can't guarantee it's going to extend your life. I can't guarantee it's going to eliminate any diseases or cure any diseases.
But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. But because it's being sold as a nutritional supplement and not a drug, Protandim does not need FDA approval for safety. For more, go to our website at abcnews.com.
Hey guys, was that like mind-blowing information or what? ABC, John Quinones, goes into this company and validates it. That is huge. That helps to set us apart. This product was unbelievably incredible and validated. So, Remember what I said about 40%, 30 days, 100% of the mammals? Did you catch what his levels were? 45% in only 2 weeks. So, update. There's over 7,000 peer-reviewed published studies on NRF2 activation and oxidative stress. Let that sink in for a moment. Peer-reviewed, that means an outside body went and took the results of the research study to try to debunk it, but they couldn't. They validated that it was authentic. That's huge. Another update. This was just last month in the Wall Street Educator. And I know it's kind of difficult to read, but the headline, U.S. nutritional supplement industry explodes, stock opportunity ahead. And you can see that the supplement market projections in 2024 is $56 billion projected. Where we currently are in 2019, $39 billion. So this is huge. And in that bottom graph, LifeVantage Corporation, we're traded on the NASDAQ, okay? LFVN is the ticker symbol. It shows you right here in the last year, fiscal year, the stock has increased 272%. So I'm no stockbroker, but I don't know about you, but even hearing that alone motivates me to go buy more stock. Anyways, money. We need to talk about that now, right? Most people were traditional. What I did in nursing, I traded time for dollars. Work 40 to 50 hours a week for 50 to 60 years of our life. Get paid, punch a clock. I told you about the salary cap. This is where I was. I had to start thinking about something called leverage income. I had to really think about my retirement. Assets, things such as rental properties, the music industry, they're very familiar with royalties, leverage income. Do the work once and continue to get paid residually. And by the way, if you're not making multiple streams of income, the chances are you're going to fall into this last little category here. 95% of people working linear income can't retire at the age of 65. You guys, that is so sad. That is what gives me the passion to be able to do this, the courage even to be able to do this, just being real. So those 4 key components: timing, we've talked about that, validated on the NASDAQ. Products, consumable, validated, the National Institute of Health. Compensation, I'm going to get into in a moment, and mentorship to follow. Now, this is our income disclosure statement. This has just been actually updated for this past fiscal year. And what I want to point out to you is, if you look at that red box, the middle ranks of this company, if you add that up, that's where the bulk of the money being paid back to, remember, it was 48% instead of 40%, being paid back to those people who are doing the work, the middleman, basically, okay? With an average income per month between $1,000 to up to $11,000 a month. Now, my husband and I, we've got a passion to help with human trafficking and pro-life. And a little part of my story, I don't know why, but I just feel like I should share this right now, is I recently, a year ago, discovered I was almost aborted. But because of divine circumstances, that doctor got sick that day, so my mom took it as a sign that she's to keep me, gave me a whole new outlook and passion for pro-life education and assistance. So anyways, what passion do you have that if you had an income of $11,000 a month, that you can help somebody outside of yourself? You know, Our foundation rank, right above the red bar, Pro 3, their monthly average income is $580. That's still considered a newer distributor. That's not somebody who's been involved for very, very long. $580, you're talking car payment, insurance payment, cell phone bills. It's not exactly pocket change. And if you remember the market crash, the real estate market crash, it was said that an extra $250 to $350 per month would have saved the bulk of those mortgages and all those foreclosures. So just think about that, think about the side income. Mentorship. We certainly don't want you to, join a team. I don't want you to join a team and have you figure it out on your own. And this company is very big on that as well. The system is basically 15 presentations or more a month. And what I'm doing is an extended, elaborate presentation. It's not quite this quote unquote difficult, but 15 presentations or more a month. Attend the monthly trainings locally, as well as there's a global training. 2 to 5 years of your time. It's not a get rich quick scheme, believe it or not. Getting involved, customers. We've got products in all of these categories: the NRF2 activation, the animal, skincare, energy, and weight management. Global spending. Think about this. Let this sink in here. The NRF2 industry, which is still brand new, chances are you've never even heard of it before today, is a $200 billion industry already. Animals, $23 billion. Skincare, look at that, $120 billion globally is spent on skincare. People want to take care of their skin more than they want to take care of the inside of their body half the time. Energy drinks, Red Bull, Monsters, sorry if you drink them, but they're poison. Look up the stats yourself. People that end up in the emergency room from them, not good. So we've got a product in that category that's healthy alternative. Weight management. People want to take care of what they look like. So, and then the business opportunity. $1,250 is a platinum pack. That is the optimal choice. That's basically what we got in at. It gives you an $1,800 plus, in my opinion, value worth of products. Your back office includes the training ticket to the corporate training, that mentorship I talked about, and making your money. 3 people see it the same way you do and want to be your business partners. You're going to be paid $400 per person. There's basically your money back. Back to the product a little bit. Protandem, the NRF2, the flagship. You can see here, I'm not going to go through all of this, okay? But you can see here the different universities and institutes that are studying it, have studied it. PubMed.gov, that's where people go to get real research, not University of Google, okay? Real validated research is PubMed.gov. You can look it up there. You can see the published studies. Type in Protandem. But what got me, I told you my background was nursing, cardiothoracic, cardiac surgical nurse. When we got involved, this is what got me. The American Heart Association partnered with The Ohio State University and funded a study to see its effects on vein grafts, the patency, or how much time that those vein grafts after bypass surgery remain open. Because unfortunately, that disease process is still there. So when a person has open heart surgery or bypass surgery, typically 10 years later, give or take, they have to have a second one because that disease process is still there. Well, the studies showed that with the Protandem NRF2, that patency, longevity of it was much greater, much, much greater. So that's what kind of hooked me on. Patents. This product, all natural herbs. When was the last time you've heard of an herb get patented or an herb combination get patented? It just doesn't happen. So this is a patented product. That sets us apart in this industry. It's been featured on different, news medias, etc., NBC, ABC, Dr. Phil. I'm not going to go through all of this in detail, but I'm just going to kind of reiterate the fact that, you know, the pet industry, it was a $23 billion industry. People were giving the Protandim NRF2 to their dogs. Dogs have an oxidative stress level 7 times that of a human being. Dogs were getting amazing results. And guess what? Dogs can't say, I think I feel better. No, you know it. Your dog that wasn't able to jump up on the bed for 6 months is suddenly jumping on the bed. They just know it. That oxidative stress level is dropped dramatically. There's no like placebo effect with the dogs, okay? The beauty industry, I talked about that one already. $120 billion industry. We've got products that are based on that NRF2 patented technology for skincare. And I want to point out, Think Dirty. If you see that little green Think Dirty with the number 2 up there, Think Dirty is an app that you type in the name of your product, your skincare product, and see how clean, environmentally and toxin-free for your body it really is. Guys, our skin is the largest organ. Our skin is the #1 defense against diseases, okay? You can look at these stats here. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to go through everything for you in detail, but I just want to expose you a little bit that we've got products in all of these categories that people are spending money on. But you can look at day 0 to day 60 on this woman's face, all right? True Science, hair care industry as well. Hair care is an $87 billion industry, and these products have a Think Dirty number of 0 to 2. And by the way, I don't know about you, but I really didn't even know that if my shampoo didn't lather, I thought that was a bad thing. Turns out that's actually a good thing, and it's all the additives and preservatives, all these chemicals in your shampoo to get it to lather. Very clean formula, NRF2 activated, increasing hair volume, shine, less breakage, etc. And that's a patented system as well, you guys. Talked about the energy, the Red Bull poison, okay? Here's a clean nootropic brain fuel. Helps with that. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors. If you remember, the energy industry is a $53 billion energy industry. This too is BCSG, or BSCG rather, certified, which is the Banned Substance Committee, okay? So again, athletes can take it. It's not a problem. No GMO. There's a caffeinated as well as a decaffeinated version, and it's also accumulative. So the more you drink it day after day, the better the results become. All right, weight management system, $164 billion industry. Our physique system is a whey protein, a fat burn, which is actually designed specifically for that visceral abdominal fat, and the prebiotic. We've talked about that. All right, so the Vitality Stack. That is basically the ultimate biohacker starter kit, okay? It includes the NRF1, NRF2, the probiotic, and the omegas to really help at that cellular level, boost mitochondrial production, improve energy, cell structure, supporting brain function and heart function. You can choose your level of biohacking. You can do the NRF2 activation only. You can do a combination of the products, all right? Where this company started, like I said before, it actually sat on the shelves of GNC in the vitamin shop since 2003. You already saw 2005 was the ABC investigation where John Quinones and his team goes knocking on the doors because of, you know, rumors that they were hearing. They got a new CEO because the company was losing money. Says people need to hear the story. People need to understand what NRF2 activation is. You need to switch from retail to direct sales. So they finally did. in 2009. Told you before, it's publicly traded. Corporate leadership. This is something that sets us apart. Our CEO is actually on the board for the DSA, the Direct Sales Association. That's the governing body that monitors all of the direct sales or multi-level marketing companies to make sure they're compliant, make sure their claims are accurate, make sure that there's more customers than distributors, things like that. So you know that this company has every I dotted and every T crossed because of the board of directors. And if you're familiar with Erin Brockovich, hopefully you are. She's very well known. She's an environmental activist, protector. She's huge. They actually did a movie about her. That woman just joined our board. That speaks volume to me. We're open in 14 markets, 17 countries for business and or product usage. And we personally have a team that is in Canada, in Thailand, in Taiwan, and in Great Britain. I personally want a team in Australia, Austria, Ireland, and Spain. That's my heart's desire, to expand and grow. So anyways, how do you make money? How do you make money? We are, oh good, I'm almost done, yay. I told you it'd be an hour or less. Weekly pay, monthly pay. And coming up next year, they're working on getting us towards daily pay. Now, how awesome would that be? Get paid the same day or within 24 hours, okay? Things that set us apart here is the My Life Venture. You see that Jeep down there. That Jeep is not a car program. A lot of the companies, probably the majority, if not all of them, when you hit a certain rank, they help pay the lease for your vehicle. This company, when you hit that rank and you maintain it for a year, give or take, there's other little caveats that you could get it sooner. They give you the title to that Jeep. And Jeep represents freedom, adventure, and that's what this company is all about. And so if life hits you with some of the other companies out there and you don't maintain that volume, you got to make sure you got the money to make your lease payment, or else you've got the repo people showing up. Here, if life hits you and you don't maintain your volume, your rank, it don't matter. That car is yours scot-free. And there's other alternatives. You can take, $25,000 cash, other things. And then the other big one that I want to talk about is that 4% global revenue sharing. They take 4% of global revenue and divide it into a pie, 1% in each of the 4 quadrants. And when you hit that elite rank, beginning at Pro 7, 7, 8, 9, and 10, they get 1% of global shares. The 8, 9, and 10 get a 2%. The 9s and 10s get a 3rd%, and a Pro 10 gets a 4th% all to themselves. No other company actually does that. And they did that to help remove the stigma of network marketing. They did that to help incentivize us to help everybody be a team, be a family. Because once you hit that elite rank of Pro 7, whether you're in my quote organization or on my team, I'm still going to be financially rewarded for helping you. And that really attracted me. Your investment, told you that platinum pack, $1,250 starter kit. Overhead, product use, either your own personal as well as your personal customers, is $200 a month. Upfront income, you get paid 40% on customers for whatever they take or they purchase, I should say. You get paid that weekly, as well as a distributor. If you get a distributor to join your team at that $1,200, $1,250 platinum pack, it's $400. Okay, royalties are paid out weekly, up to 43%. I'm just going to zip through this super quick here. What I want to point out is basically you have 5 people on your team, help them get 5 people who get 5 people. And 3 levels deep only, you're being paid 9% royalties on that volume with an average income of about $2,250. But guess what? It's actually accumulative. So it's $2,250 plus $250 plus 20. So you're looking at over $2,500 a month income. Generational match to help you build your team. You're going to match 10% of your personal enrollment's salary paid. And then you're going to get 5% of theirs. That pays 5 levels deep. The royalty pays 9 levels deep. So here's my question for you. Are we a good fit? I'm looking for a tribe of warriors who want to influence the world. Women who want to learn and teach how to biohack health, who want to create a lifestyle they've only dreamt possible, who want to grow and earn as you learn, self-development, and who aren't afraid of it. So, my opportunity gift, you're still here. I love it. Thank you so much for staying, everybody. If you didn't grab that link, I will repost it again in the chat box for you, as well as, you know, the next slide has it again. You can do a screenshot of it if you've got a Mac. Shift Command 3 does a screenshot of it. Don't ask me what it is on a PC because I'm a Mac girl. What can I say? You can always also just go to my website, biohackingwithlisa.com, and just put it in, you know, download it directly from there. And so this biome microbiome test, I didn't mention that before, and I meant to add it into my slide, but it's a test, a stool test that you can take. No doctor's orders needed or anything like that. And what it does is it looks at your gut bacteria and it looks at the foods you eat. What is actually good for you? The old adage, eat your spinach because spinach is good for you. Although in general that's true, it might not necessarily be true for you. So that is it, you guys. Let me stop sharing my screen and peek at the chat box because I see stuff up here. Thank you, Lori, Jane, Beth, Carla, Paula, awesome. You guys are great. Cool, Miss Shauna, you're on here, awesome. If you want any more information, you've got my info. Reach out to me or type in the chat box, I want more. And it is 7:57. I started on time and I am done on time. Thank you so much, you guys. Let me know how I can help you. Awesome. Thank you. I will reach out to you, Miss Lori. Thank you so much. And Shauna, I know you got up to listen to this and are going back to sleep. Sweet dreams, my friend, and we will chat later. Whoops, I thought I just saw something about oh, good question. I have relatives in Europe. Oh, yes, definitely. Awesome. Very cool. Thank you, guys. Have an amazing evening. Bye.